FiveAlive. You asked me more time.
Good morning. It is beautiful to see the beautiful humans
On the table.
beautiful city. Good morning. Let us begin. Page 130 something. 130 something? Oh, less.
1:15.
113 is correct. All right. So good morning, Yisvius Kuberman. Morning, Isaac Khan. Morning, Abba Lions. Fourth reading, Exodus 7:8 through 8:6. As God instructed them, Moshe and Aaron represent. As God instructed them, Moshe and Aaron presented themselves. Left the mic. Hello, can you hear me?
Oh, it wasn't that Google Hangout. I didn't get that. I didn't get that.
Why is that one gonna break?
Click Boost Snowball, last one. Save. And we're live. Thank you for listening to us.
Let's try that again. Okay. Good morning. Fourth reading, Exodus 7:8 through 8:6. Yassi, please open up your safer, so page 113, and when the heater's under the table, until it heats up, the heat disperses a lot better. I mean, if that works better for you, that's another problem. Okay. As God instructed them, Moshe and Aaron presented themselves before Pari and his court, demanding that he release the Jews from slavery. Pari requested proof that they were indeed sent by God. As God had instructed him to, Moshe told Aaron to cast his staff to the ground, transforming it into a serpent. But Pharaoh was unimpressed by this marvel, since his sorcerers were also able to do it. So God told Moshe to transform the Nile River's water into blood, as the first of the 10 plagues.
I'm scared of blood.
Very interesting. Stamo, interesting point that I've recently learned. That the power is like, that's a big deal. Even my wife could do it. Meanwhile, his wife was the biggest sorcerer in Egypt, which pretty much meant the biggest sorcerer in town, in the world. So something interesting. Good morning, Nehemiah. Your turn.
My turn. Wow. So, I was very curious to know where you were heading to. You were gonna say about so Para's wife was the greatest sorcerer. Nice. I don't know. I'll pass for now while I get
You can read if you want.
continue reading. Warmth and enthusiasm. Okay. God instructed Moshe to tell Paro, I am now going to strike the water.
Read the Hebrew.
Hinenochi make b'mata asher b'yadayim v'yadi al hamayim asher b'yar v'nefchu l'dam. God instructed Moshe to tell Pharaoh, I am now going to strike the waters in the river with the staff of my hand, and I will turn into blood, and it will turn into blood. Nice. So we begin with the markers. Yeah. Pass. Done.
Okay, Nehemiah. Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Isaac. Good morning, Ava. Good morning, Cooperman. Jesse. Good Yom Tov, everyone. It's very. So yeah. Good morning, everyone. Yeah, it's a beautiful day today. Today is Wednesday. The forecast in New York is beautiful. Thing is, right? I learned I've been learning different like ciphers, different different times with different people. Like I have different verses. So it's very. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was in the middle of speaking to someone, and I started bringing up one concept, and I brought up another concept in another cipher, which matched the other cipher. So it's like it was crazy. I was like, what the hell? Yeah, I'm learning conjunction mime over again. I'm learning it with two different verses. Um, but yeah, thank God. I just it's like Hasidus is like a whole nother level. Like regardless to, of course, religion comes with it too. But like, Shalom.
Hi, good morning,
Um,
Shalom.
Making it.
How are you? Oh, yep. So, how's everyone doing? I'm really gonna punch Engel in the face. I feel like it because I asked him yesterday for heaters. Where were they? Where are the heaters? Like, I like understand if someone asks, "Yo, could we get fix the lock, fix the door to my room?" Yeah, that could technically wait. But if people are getting colds because of it, he should be up, running around and fixing it that second. I don't need to sit next to have a box of tissues right next to me because Yossi Engel's laziness is that I don't have because it's cold. Isaac, can we get another heater here? It's a little cold still. Like, we need more heaters and jets and the door. Maybe the door and jets. Like I feel like soon everyone's gonna be just basically, it's gonna cost them more money for tissues than for heaters. Isaac likes that joke. Yeah, I see Isaac.
I'll see you too. I would, by the way, really recommend the scarf. They help you a lot more than you think. Really, to keep you healthy, keep your throat warm, and probably help get rid of that cold. A lot of water, a lot of vitamin C, and eating healthy and sleeping enough. Those are important things to help your body fight colds and sickness. Yeah. Ooh, you should sell good bowls of chicken soup. Oh, I sell tea also. Just make yourself hot tea. Whenever I get a cold, I do like 10, 15 teas in that day. That's what I do. It works. Anyways, the first of the 10 plagues was the transformation of cold river water into warm blood, signifying the transformation of cold indifference toward divinity into warm enthusiasm for it. This had to be the first of the plagues, because indifference would have prevented the Egyptians from being affected by any further demonstrations of God's power and involvement in life. I have a theory. When someone comes into Farbrengen, for example, in Crown Heights, and he's stoned off his brains, and basically he's cold and indifferent because there's no warmth and enthusiasm. Someone that's stoned coming out of Farbrengen, it's just not, it just doesn't work. Hey,
Perfect time. Good morning, Shalom. Good morning, Nehemiah. Actually, you were saying something about chicken soup. I just want to get back to that for a second. I had like many amazing dorm counselors growing up. But
Besides fear.
my favorite one, which means like meaning like not that everyone's okay, but this one's like really like they're all pretty much equal, but this one did one thing that basically like tipped the scale a little bit towards his side. It was like it was that one like week where everyone in like half the yeshiva was sick, and like half the dorm or basically half my class was sick, including myself. And it was like late at night that we can't sleep because we're in bed all day, so we didn't use our brains, and our brains are still functioning, or we're not ready to go to sleep yet. So it's like 12 o'clock. Lights out was like an hour and a half ago, and then he just rolls in with like a massive pot of soup, and just like he started announces in the dorm, whoever's up, there's soup. If you want more, come back to me. We'll make more. and it was amazing soup. Actually, it was really good. So yeah, that was good stuff. Yo, caring people really touch your heart. It's a true thing. Yeah, and then Moshe made blood. 3.
Shalom.
Good morning, everyone. The conversation is about soup, and I don't have much to say about soup. So yeah, pass it along.
Nehemiah.
Yeah, soup. Yo, Oliver, that's really cool, actually. That's like doing counselors that actually, like, not that care. I mean, I like Shmuley Wilshansky. He was a good guy. Like, I can speak to him. And some random guy just messaged me 100%. Oh, Mr. Brickman just messaged me. Yo, people, that place looks amazing without that big ass wall and the drum set in the corner. It just looks bigger. Unless my head's hurting and it's like the other way around now, but that, like, is that whole thing still there? Like that cupboard. Oh wow. Alright, yo, it's good. Well, guys, it's always good to renovate, to make nicer. You can always find a way to make it nicer. Everything. Wow, I've been smoking way too much. Yeah, so it's a hustle morning. Woke up at 5, out my house by 5:30. But then like I ended by like I learned 6:30 and until 7:30, went to 7:70, came back home, went right to sleep. I mean bed. Like not sleep. But I'm working on my laptop, so it's good.
Thank you, Nehemiah.
No, I'm good. Ah, ah, ah. If the door counter was nice, he would just buy heaters. No, that's expensive. It's not like making the soup. Maybe Yossi Engel should have his. I don't think Yossi Engel will let his kids sleep in the dorm, even if it was clean. If you wouldn't let your kids sleep there, don't make your students sleep there. If it's cold, if there's no heating, don't let. Why would you let them sleep there? There should be heating and proper heating in the dorm. Mm. Yeah. What did they do? What did he do last year? Complained? Exactly. So you're saying there's not going to be any heaters. I think there's not going to be a heater till someone unfortunately gets like the flu or gets really sick, because that's the only way. And that's the only way they probably understand. Unless I told you, I see it's probably if he decides he's going to buy heaters, it's not coming for Pesach. So yeah, so maybe I should leave a note for them. They say thank you to people last year who suffered for you. But yeah, Yossi Engel needs a punch in the face.
I prefer looking at the screen when you guys speak or when I'm speaking to you.
I was looking at you.
Because instead of like, looking over here, like you have to like kind of choose which one you're doing. So I like doing this one. I mean, I think I like actually looking at the person instead of on the screen. But being that there's other people here, I find that this is the best way I could see everybody. Everybody's also the same size. I mean, they're the same size.
Here's tissue.
Go get a tissue.
I'm not. No one's gonna get a form.
I don't understand what that has to do with my turn. Like, I sat and listened to you curse somebody out for your entire turn, even though I completely disagree with you. But that's okay. I sat here and I listened. I expect something the same in return. That you sit and listen, even if I'm saying stupid things. And one of the stupid things that I would like to say is to finish my thought from before, which is that I think that if someone is stoned like that, you give him a l'chaim, and it basically counteracts that coldness and indifference and makes it warmth and enthusiasm, which usually I wouldn't suggest that. And usually people want the opposite. First you want to drink and then you want to smoke, but to do the opposite kind of harder.
Wow. Um. Yeah. Basically, it seems like everyone's trying to talk about warmth, whether it's physically or spiritually. So that's basically the conversation, or whether it's chicken soup. But um, warmth is it's an interesting thing. It's an interesting thing, you know. You can't see it. Um, in a way, feel it. You don't physically feel it. You just kind of feel it in a very external, physical way. Ooh, that's right. Didn't hear that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe someone understands warmth. Like you can't hold warmth, but you could hold warm things, or you could feel warm, but you can't feel the warmth. You know what I mean? You get the difference? It's a little bit tricky on the chemist trip now. Um, you could like you can't. It's not like a thing you could touch, but it's a thing you feel. Yeah. Think about it a little bit. All right, Charles.
Shalom.
Um, I didn't get any of that soup that your dorm counselor gave out, but I definitely know that the warmth that came along with getting the soup, the fact that he cared for you, probably warmer than the soup itself, um, in its own way. Um, and I think that like we create the warmth. It's not something that's like there or not there. Just like the coldness. Like when you feel like someone's um like taking down the atmosphere of a room. I've had experience with this myself doing this. And yeah, I think we control the warmth and the coldness that's around us more than we'd like to imagine. Um, and yeah, I think just paying attention to keeping the room warm, not physically. It's not something you could hold, like you said, but it's just there. And keeping it like that definitely has an effect not only on yourself but on other people, even if you're not like doing anything with it. If you're just feeling it. Um, yeah, Jaime, go ahead.
Okay, so guys, this is how it works. Warmth, it comes with a person, with a personality. You can feel warmth through different stuff, like like warmth, as in like kindness. This guy is a warm guy. This guy's a cold guy. You ever heard that? This guy's so cold. Oh my god. In a way, not that he's freezing cold because he doesn't have a coat. It's the personality. It's warmth. I give this fellow guy some warmth, some love. Um, yeah, but Isaac, I definitely feel that going to Fabrengen High is a whole nother boom game. I mean, different people have different. Everyone has a different type of high. Everyone has like literally no one has the same. Yeah, and everything depends. It's crazy how like one thing it's called marijuana, weed, can have so many different types of effects on different types of people. Like not every same person will have the same high. Like you'll smoke or something. Yeah, but going for bringing, I feel I do. I'll be honest. I'm not gonna like what's it called? It closes your mind instead of opening it. For me,
Yeah. Okay. Enjoy your bringing just marijuana. for the next week. Wait, next week's already break, so we have one more week until base. That's FiveAlive one break. Or is Isaac going to make it happen every day? Oh, but Isaac probably wants the vacation, so we're not gonna make him do it. So break. I mean, I'm going to New York, have some fun, enjoy myself, and then 11 days after, I'm back in this shithole for another. I need my GED so I can leave. Shut up, phone. Yeah, but break is so much fun. At least I'll have proper heating, hopefully. I don't know what the heating situation in my house is this year. It's just because it's like a crazy old system, so 100 what is it? 115 years old, anything could break. No, I was born 109 years old. Anything could break, so you gotta pray.
A similar lesson applies to anyone striving to leave the slavery of their inner Egypt, the tyranny of their material drives, and not yet refined bodily desires. Our first step in this process is to replace any cold indifference to all things Jewish and holy with warm, passionate enthusiasm for God, His Torah, and His commandments. Look at Ezekiel Volume 1, page 121. So, I recently had a text conversation with someone, and I basically was speaking about this concept, which is interesting. I said I highly suggested two things. One was to stay away from pot smoking. The other one was to learn chassidus. And that's exactly what it says over here. Tyranny of their material drives and not yet refined bodily desires. There's also like a more, there's something else in there as well, different bodily desires that get dealt with. Chassidus, if you learn chassidus with a passion, like go for it all the way, you get passionate about Yiddishkeit, about life.
I actually recently heard that when a person, chassid, okay, never mind. You were talking about chassidus. Okay, I was gonna say Tanya, but Tanya is not all chassidus. Tanya is a certain part. So I'll take that back. Yeah, chassidus is definitely an amazing thing to do for yourself. So yeah, so it says to remove the cold, and then besides that, you got to add some warmth. Just funny how we're talking about warmth and cold because of the actual weather, but that's what we're talking about here. Right, Nachem, like you said, you were talking about something from that mimer or that chassidus, and you brought it somewhere else. It just usually, if you keep your eye open to it, everything connects. I was once learning. I once saw my father learning a Gemara, and he's like, yeah, so the Gemara quoted the Chumash that he learned today, which is also mentioned in the Rambam. It's like everything was also like it there. It's all connected. Anyway, so yeah, remove the cold and add some warmth. So if you're freezing, you got to remove some cold, add some warmth, and not just take the warmth and demand the warmth. Got to take some cold out. Yeah, Chaim.
Shalom.
You're saying how it's all connected. I think that the reason it's all connected is because Chassidus has to do with us, and we're relevant all the time. It's always connected at all times. I don't know how that came out, but basically, I better believe it's connected. Yeah, so I'm out of a job, so I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing. Like, I already have one option, but I want to basically like I think more important than making money, I need to like want to go to work because I've tried a few different jobs that I just didn't like. Like they were all making okay money, but I'm about that fun work. That's what I'm about more than the money. Or maybe I'll find something that I like and makes a lot of money. Hopefully. Um and yeah, that's it. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, so a job is a very like some people. I heard this a lot of times. It's like bet if you I don't even know how it was said already. If you find a job you like, you'll never work a day in your life. Something like that. Yeah. So it's very honestly, I've never really had to like actually find a job like long term, so I wouldn't know. But I think finding a job like from once during the summer when I had to find a job, it's not really, I didn't love, but yeah, took me a month till the right option came out. I got maybe 2 or 3 options. This was the difference is this that I was looking for in that place is someone that is not going to pay me just what the youth corps is paying. I wanted someone who's going to need some overtime, like a lot of overtime. Because if I'd have worked there just all day, I'd have had a lot less money. I mean, like a grand or two just from the boss. Mm. But you got to find a good job, what you like, not what makes good money. As long as it pays the bills, don't find something that doesn't pay the bills. So if you like working at McDonald's, don't work there because you won't pay your bills.
Behold, the days are coming, says Hashem, where the thirst won't be for water and the hunger won't be for bread, but it is for the word of God. That's what we are literally living in that time. And yeah, sometimes I got to do this whole journey on my own, and I got to go search, and I got to experience, and I got to do it myself. But sometimes I can be ahead of the game and just jump in and realize that that's what I am thirsting. I'm thirsting meaning and the word of God, specifically Chassidus, in my life, and I need it. I need that deeper connection. And until I have that deeper connection, I'm just simply not going to be satisfied. David Melech was cursed with coldness. Melech's, from Shalom. No, from Shalom Melech's show. No, come on. Whose coat did he?
Shlomo?
Not Shlomo Melech. Anyways, yeah, Shalom Melech. No, Shalom, I believe so. Anyways, he cut his coat. Am I gonna watch one episode of TV show?
Oh man. I don't know. I'm out. I'm taking it all in. I got rid of my cold. I gotta take some more of it. All right. Shalom.
So something that um I've been noticing is that all the negativity in my life is just there because there's a lack of positivity. It's not like there to get me. It's not attacking me. And like most of all, I just have to like inject my own positivity into it, and then like the negativity just disappears. There's not even room for negativity to grow because there's so much positive. And usually just like thoughts, I think that like actions feed off themselves. So once I do one good thing, like the ball starts rolling and I don't even have to put that much effort in it. It's just about getting it started. And I think a lot of times I'm scared to start to change things, like, because in my mind things are the way they are because that's the way they are. But yeah, there's always room for change, for positive change, and I shouldn't be intimidated to go and change things, even if they seem okay. Just, yeah. It's my little bit of motivation for myself for the day. Yeah, pass.
Nehemiah.
Yo, by the way, Isaac, I meant to compliment you, but like, nice jacket. Is that the leather one? Yo, the last picture I saw you doing that, you had those round glasses in Mexico. I'll send you the picture. Yeah, yo, Alva, it is, yeah, warmth. Taking in warmth. Taking in warmth. Yeah, it was really, hey, really funny story, guys. I was in an Uber the other night on the way back from Dumbo. And by then I was like, I took a friend there, and I realized like halfway through, it was very awkward. But the guy was Jewish. His name was Yehuda. Like I looked on his, everyone has a license, like everyone. Yeah, so we got an Uber X just for ourselves. We didn't want anyone to join, and like it was just me and a girl, and like we were making out, and then this guy's name's Yehuda taking us to Crown Heights. I'm like, what? It was very awkward. And yes, the guy was like, after she left the car, and I was going to my house, to my apartment. The guy started speaking to me. Over there.
No. Hey, yeah. Shalom. What's up? Yeah, I'm so tired right now. Shalom, are you gonna chill when we're in Crown Heights? If you say no, I will punch you in the face. So yes, right? Can't hear him. So yeah, I think cold and warm, like, some people, like, they're naturally don't like, they're mean people, but some people, like, the person to my right is a very, very nice person. You can't make him a bad person. Can't make no, you can't. Everyone can be bad. You can't make him a mean person. He's a nice guy. It's like that's him. So hopefully everyone is a nice guy, and Yossi is a nice guy and gets heaters for the dorm and just tonight. I don't think he should order on Amazon. He should literally go to Target with right now and buy pickup heaters.
Whoa. So, Shalom, that's great. Great way of putting it. And Nehemiah, it's good to hear you're learning with two different chavrosas countries of Maya. If you're really putting yourself to it, and that's really happening on a consistent basis, that chavrusa, then that's something you can't fake. Something that really affects you and really does change you. And an interesting thought, Shalom, which we just learned in a sikha, a different way of seeing till now what I saw as what's a skafi and what's a hapcha. And we say that a lot of times. What does it actually mean? And basically, the Rebbe says, Ishapcha is when you have a passion for something and you're able to take that passion or thing or whatever it is and utilize it for good. That's Ishapcha. Iskafia is doing something that is difficult for you. That means it's out of your comfort zone. It's out of your norm. You normally do this and you do more than that. That's Iskafia, which is very interesting I never seen it like that, which I probably should have seen it like that. Which basically means we're supposed to work hard.
I don't know. I always thought sabcha was more, not that when you have a passion for something, yeah, it ends up being a passion, but it's like the next level. It doesn't. It's not like either you have passion or you don't have passion. It's you don't have passion for it, you do it anyway, which causes a scafia, and then you do it enough to a point where you have a appreciation for it or a full passion for it, so you're gonna want to do it regardless. Um, that's Rabbi Zami. What's it called? Yeah, so positive and negativity is very. This actually has nothing to do with positive and negativity. I heard a thing yesterday by Fabrangan that it just is gonna be very random. Self-esteem is the same by every person. When a child is born, you don't have lack of self-esteem. You're born with perfect amount of self-esteem. You know, like a child will scream for what he wants, like he doesn't care. Only when you get older and after things cover it up, do you build self do you begin to get nervous of that self-esteem. So it's interesting that you can't build your self-esteem. You can only take away what covers it, which is I think it's a very good focus for some people who want to improve in their self-esteem, such as myself. I definitely don't. Yeah.
Shalom.
Well, something I like to think to build my self-esteem is that I imagine that most people their self-esteem is pretty low. Not like in a bad way, but like I always think that like worst case I'm speaking to like if I'm feeling like my self-esteem is low, then I'll think like yeah, everyone else around me probably feels the same way because generally my feelings mirror the people around me. So like I have nothing to be worried about. And if they're not feeling like confident with themselves, then there's no reason I shouldn't. Like I'm not going to be confident in front of people who I have nothing to be afraid of, you know? At least in my mind that's the way it works. And I just think that yeah, just be as authentic as you can be because like the layers that I add like that you were saying you add on as you get older, like I imagine I need to be a certain way in front of certain people, but at the end of the day people just want me to be myself and the best version of myself that I can be. So if I'm just being that, then I have nothing to be worried about. Um and yeah, have a great day everyone. It was amazing to sit and speak a little bit and see you all. Have a great day.
Okay, I think we are just perfectly out of time.
No.
Yay. Yo, guys, have a great day. Have a blessed day. Ava, peace out, bro. We'll be in touch. We'll be in touch, Isaac. See you guys.
Shiach now.